Hello, and welcome to my space. I've been fortunate to spend most of the day down on the coastline, listening to the water, listening to the various birds, spending time with the cotton trees and the figs, the mangroves. I was able to sit on the roots of the mangroves and put my feet in the sand and watch the water, watch the sunlight dancing on the water. Such a beautiful feeling that flows through us when we connect deeply with all the elements and all of the nature realms. I'm listening to the bird song outside. I'm hoping that you can hear it. The beauty all around us fills our senses, ignites our divinity, opens us to be able to hear and see and feel. I'm just aware of the background noises here. I have the washing going, so you probably hear a cycle. You'll hear my pump from time to time because I live on tank water, and that's just the way it is here. So there's often background noises. And it's almost impossible to find a silent space. So much of the teachings, the spiritual ways of trying to find a quiet space, a stillness, a time for self, we don't actually need to have a specific time to do our spiritual work. Engaging in the here and now, whatever is going on in your life, is a spiritual life. How we react, how we respond, how we communicate, how we engage, how we immerse ourselves in this life is a spiritual practice. We don't have to isolate ourselves and find a moment to find our stillness. Our stillness resides in our soul center. And the more we recognize this is our solidity, our stableness, our all, the more we are able to engage in the world. There is no specific practice that we need to be doing to find ourselves. We just need to start being. We need to show up. We need to allow this being that's hiding within us to start showing up. There's so many teachings about how to connect with self, how to find self, how to heal, how to become something. I feel the greatest illusion, the greatest lie that we have been fed and that we choose to believe is that there's something wrong with us and we need to be fixed, or we're sinners that need to be saved, that there is something about us that is not okay. The moment we actually recognize ourselves, our true self, our soul self, and understand that who we are right here and now is exactly who we need to be able to embrace ourselves, recognize ourselves, and start being who we truly are. We can spend so many years trying to be perfect. There's no such thing. We will never be perfect because we're not meant to be. We're meant to be whole. Whole means all. While we're trying to become perfect, we're being led astray, led away from being whole. If you can take a moment to just sit and acknowledge that you are a divine being, that you are the fullness of divinity, and you hold everything you need within you. And just breathe into it, gently, slowly. Breathe into your soul center. Breathe into your divine spark, and gently expand. Allow this beautiful light to fill your being. Allow yourself to feel the warmth. Allow yourself to feel the relaxation. Allow yourself to feel the expansion. There is no need to learn how to connect to self. When you take a moment to think about that, it's quite ridiculous, isn't it? How can you be disconnected from self? Your own divine self. How can you ever be disconnected from that? It's such false teaching. It's leading us away from self. You are a divine being. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to change. It's just an allowance of being. The more that we allow our divinity to fill us, the more stable we feel, the more calm we feel, the more awareness we have. Everyone can do this. It's not difficult, and it doesn't take years of practice. It's just allowance and a choice to let go of old beliefs, beliefs that you aren't enough, beliefs that you need to do a lot of work on yourself before you can be worthy. You're here now. You are a divine being. Expand, feel, allow. Beliefs are just concepts, intellectual concepts that we choose to hold on to. And we can choose to release them, to let go of them, to no longer need them, to realize that we are more than what we've been led to believe, that we've been taught. Everything that you are here to be is within your soul center, and it will lead you when you allow it to. When you get out of your own way, when you take or let go of the reins. When I was in my mid-20s, I was visiting my parents. They lived in irrigation country in Victoria. So there's lots of channels, very flat land. And I took my children to play poo sticks If anyone is aware of Winnie the Pooh, they will understand what that means. My father was a great Winnie the Pooh fan, and he read all of those stories to us when we were young. So I took my children to play Pooh Sticks, and the way we do that is we drop a stick into the water and then we run across to the other side of the bridge and wait to see whose stick comes through first. It's a very simple game, but it's a lot of fun. While I was doing this with my children, my divine being, my soul self, spoke very clearly to me and said, quite simply, be the stick. And that is how simple it really is. I'm just in the river. The divine flow is taking me wherever it chooses. I can't direct it. I can't make it go faster, slower. I can't turn right, turn left. I will land wherever the river, the divine flow, wants me to. I simply need to be still and float freely and allow divinity to take me where I need to be. There's no need for me to control. There's no need for me to formulate plans. My plans, if I ever have tried, have never come to fruition. My washing machine is in full spin now, so you'll probably hear that. If you can allow yourself to let go of the control, the need to make things happen, the need to have certain outcomes, and just flow, allow the flow to take you, life becomes a pleasure, an adventure. There's so many things that are happening in me, to me, for me, in a day now, that it's almost too much. Life is a wondrous experience. Allow yourself to breathe into your soul center and allow. Allow the divine, your true self, your soul self, to lead you. Everybody has their own voice, their own unique instructions, unique path. No one else knows what that is. We don't even know what it is ourselves, but we do know the voice when we learn to listen to the self-talk, the soul speak. It's so important to learn the voice of your soul. Take time to listen. It really wants you to hear because it has your best interests at heart. It will only ever lead you to fullness, to wholeness. Stop listening to external influences. put it another way, listen to everything, be open, but do not allow outside influences to lead you away from yourself. Take time to be still with yourself. Doesn't mean you need special time. You can do it when you're driving your car. You can do it when you're cooking. You can do it when you're having a shower. There's so many times in the day where the soul speaks to you, if you listen. All for today. Talk soon.